Hi, I'm Avrami Glazer, and if you're like me, you're not just waiting for Geula to come, but you want to be a part of bringing it. So today let's dive into a video about what we can do to be a part of Geula. The Mikdash says in Seder Olam Rabbah that Eliyahu Navi sits every Matzei Shabbos and writes the Zechuyos of Am Yisrael. And we also know that Eliyahu Navi comes to every bris. He said, Azvu brischa b'nei Yisrael, and now he's coming to show, no, we didn't leave the bris. So we see that after Eliyahu Navi goes up to Shemaim, he changes his function. He comes back only in a form of rachmim, in a form of melit yesher, in a form of love, in a form of bringing people back from where they're at. In the last nevuah that Klal Yisrael got, in Sefer Malachi, it says, Zichru teras Moshe Avdi, asher tzivis Yosef b'chorev, al kol Yisrael, chukim u'mishpatim. Remember the Torah of Moshe Avdi, all the chukim and the mishpatim that we got in Har Sinai. What is the difference between Teras Moshe and Teras Aaron? What happened with Aaron and Har Sinai? Aaron made the egel, right? Klal Yisrael came to him and said, make an egel, and he said, sure. And Moshe Rabbeinu comes and says, what did you do? And Aaron says, they told me to do it. What kind of answer is that? They told me to do it. How do we understand Aaron HaKohen creating an egel just because they told him to do it? The answer is that Aaron HaKohen had his strategy. There's a time and a place where you have to go down to the nation and bring them up from where they're at. Obviously, that period of time ended with Nevuah. Hirasha is only in the time of Nevi'im. Today we have to follow Teras Moshe Avdi, and that's why Malachi is finishing Zichur Teras Moshe Avdi. You're going into Geulah, so you're going to need to continue following Chukim u'Mishpatim as they say. So what's going to be in Geulah? What's going to be with Teras Aaron? So Hillel says, Hevei mitalmidav shel Aaron, oyev shalom v'roidev shalom. Follow Teras Moshe when it comes to all the laws, but follow Aaron when it comes to making peace. Shalom, roidev shalom, chase it. Oyev es habriyos mekarven laTorah. Love all beings and bring them close to Torah. But now we have a problem. The Yom Adin is going to come. And we have a lot of Klal Yisrael that are not following the Torah. They're not following Zichur Teras Moshe Avdi. So Malachi says, don't worry. Hine anochi sheleach lechem es Eliyahu Navi lifnei bo Yom Adin hagadol v'hanor. I'm going to send Eliyahu Navi before that. What's he going to do? V'heishiv leiv avos al banim v'leiv banim al avosim. Who are the banim and who are the avos? Avos are the people who are following the tradition. They're bringing the tradition down. Banim are the modern ones. They're the younger ones, the younger generation, who are not necessarily following the tradition. Eliyahu Navi is not just going to bring the heart of the avos to the banim, he's also going to v'heishiv leiv banim al avosim. What does that mean? We know in Kabbalah that every yid has a nefesh, a ruach, and a neshama. That those of Klal Yisrael, the secular Jews, the Zionists, who are connected to the nefesh, they're connected to the land, they're connected to the environment, they're connected to the fact that Eretz Yisrael is our land, but they're lacking in the ruach. And we have plenty of Yidden who are connected in the Ruach. Klal Yisrael has yeshivas and millions of Yidden that are connected to Teras Moshe, and they're spiritual and connected, but they're lacking that care for the environment, the nefesh. We have to learn from each other. Leiv Avos has to teach the Banim a lot about the Ruach, and Leiv Banim al Avosim has a lot to teach the nefesh. We need a shleimus in all aspects of our neshamas. And that's the tafkid of Eliyahu Navi, v'heishiv leiv avos al banim, leiv banim al avosim. When we're all aligned, nefesh, ruach, neshama, that's when we're going to be able to face Mashiach, Tzidkenu. Eliyahu Navi is going to come to bring the shleimus of not just Teras Moshe, but also the completion of all parts of the Jewish neshama. Bring us all together. Chazal tell us that the Beit HaMikdash was destroyed because of Sinas Chinam, and that every generation that the Beit HaMikdash is not built in its generation, it's like it was destroyed in its generation. So obviously, Sinas Chinam is the reason the Geula is not here yet. But we're getting there. Look around. All the organizations, Hatzalah, Chaverim, Yedidim, you name it, there's an organization for everything today. Klal Yisrael is united more than ever to help every Jew at need. And we don't ask, how from are you? What culture are you from? Sephardi, Ashkenazi? We don't ask questions. We're totally here for each other. But there's more to do. Chafetz Chaim says in Shmiras HaLashon that if we needed money to build Beit HaMikdash, obviously every Jew would donate everything he had to build Beit HaMikdash. But here it's not money, it's Ahavas Chinam. That's all we need. So here's some practical tips for how we can spread Ahavas Chinam and work on it ourselves, and also what it can give us in our lives, even before Geula, if we live in that way. So let's start with machshava. You can sit down, close your eyes, think of the different Yidden you know. Think of every different kind of group of Yidden. And feel that some of them you love, some of them you struggle with loving, some of them trigger you in some ways. Now, understand and tell yourself that every Jew is a chelik elokam imal. Every Jew is a neshama, and you can love them for that alone. And if you do this daily, you will catch yourself when you get angry at another Yid, or when someone triggers you. It could be in shul, it could be in the street. And catch yourself and say, oh, I just caught myself. I'm angry at this Yid, or he's triggering me in some way. And realize that if you really understood him, you knew his whole life story, you would not be angry. You would just have compassion and love for him. And if you find a pattern, you feel that there are certain Yidden who trigger you the most, a certain part, a certain type, a certain personality, think about it. What about them triggers you? What part of you do you need to heal so that you can love them fully? Next is Dibur, and that's a simple one. How are you speaking about other Yidden? Speak about others the way you would want to be spoken about. And catch yourself speaking Lashon Hara and stop right there and say, that's not me. And lastly, in Maisa, there's so many chesed opportunities today. So many ways to help Yidden. So many Yidden need help. And if you don't have the time to do it yourself, you can donate to organizations that do it. You can also bring shalom between people. You see two people arguing? Make shalom between them. And when you mean it for real, because you know you love them, you love both of them, they'll feel it and they'll start loving each other. And when you live your life like this, you're going to live a lot lighter. You're going to drop all resentment of others. You'll feel more connected because you're tuning into the soul of other Yidden. You'll have more hope because you know you're helping the world heal. And I'm sure you'll see a lot of bracha in your life because you're helping Hashem bring His children closer to Him. I want to end with a bracha that we should be zoichet to finally love each other in the fullest way. And we should spread this message and spread the love to everyone, all of Klal Yisrael. And when that happens, Mirz Hashem, we're going to see the Geula Shlema in the sweetest, most beautiful, loving way possible. Thank you for listening.